na he se koma se lo la hilo la ke na mina so le yo se lo ma e hula can I say Tona maha shekona na haniko ma. Kyo makari kune sepuna peka lekosa. Ekona se bena neketeno sokotone ke ahedona mahenaka oni sinaka. And hey hesoka heke. I want to say this morning, what a blessed day, another blessed day to Hakiness poco nale kona tari hina. I want to go this way, not that way. I want to go this way. Hakiness body got not. Haki tore na this. Can't even go the way I want to go. Yeah, I want to go that way. But that's all right. How y'all doing today? Once again, this is Humam Abdulmalik with the Blackanized Report. Global, motivating, stimulating reality report on what's going on, what we should be having going on. I'll leave it like that. But anyway, I just want to say peace, power, and love from all melanated and carbonated people around the globe in a strong way, in the application of us saving the day for ourselves, because ain't nobody else gonna do anything for us in the way of being our savior or saving us if we don't unify and stop the dying. But see, I always talk like this because this is the reality, you see, and it's worldwide, stemming from a tidal wave, a tsunami that they put in action. I mean, I ain't even talking about the hot machine. I'm talking about what they did in their political dreams of worldwide conquest that they have instituted since they came out of the cage and unified with all the Europeans around the country. Well, not the country itself per se, but the world. I can tell you this. The European nations came together to what they call Turtle Island. There was a group of Europeans that came and said, we're going to take this from them. Okay, and then I can go to this extent too. They had the Berlin Conference in, somewhere over there. Where was that at? It was in Europe or Africa, but it was about the splitting up of Africa and the countries over in Africa, and which European country were going in and take this portion of Africa or that portion of Africa. It was the Germans, the Jews, the Portuguese, the Dutch, the English. All European nations went into Africa and did what they wanted to do with the African nations because they had the firepower. Just like they created this thing for the so-called Jews to come out the Khazar caves up there in Europe, and they took the land, and then they said that we are the Jews. They made up a thing called Judaism and all that, and took some people's land, Palestinians over there. I mean, it was a big, massive land at one time that, the Palestinians were living on. Now it is such a small area, and they're still being going through repression and occupation of their land. There are some false credence given to the people that took their land by the English and the so-called Americans. Because people in America, not really America, they just name it America and came from all different spots of Europe and everywhere. The English mostly, the English, Dutch, everybody that's over in Africa is over in here the same way. The Europeans are in the position of power and all that because they stole the hour. They stole it through racism and greed. But we'd be all right because in divine essence, indeed, that how we grow and develop into our this new paradigm in this age of Aquarius. See, we got to start with our seeds. Should have been from generations ago that we were told them the story. A lot of us know the story because uh, what cultivators at that time gave us what we needed in our mind. And not only me, like with six going on 63 revolutions around the sun, but people that have less revolutions with not pollution in their mind and having the divine desire and the divine pathway on the pathway of our ancestors by divine decree that, they understand the reality of how they should stand on this planet with this man, with the false hand that they call Satan, or the devil. You turn devil around and say live. So how are you gonna live in a devilish world where these people, they want everything and they want to control and they want to seek our soul. They want to get our young youth off out of the way and off the mat so they can stop the growth. Because our black seeds keep on growing and our women keep on glowing. And they don't not doing that because they don't have that light of melanin in their soul. And they're dying off at a rapid pace because their death rate is greater than their birth rate in these days and time. And I ain't lying. Their social scientists said it, not me, because that ain't my objective. I'm just reading and researching and trying to stay ahead of the game. Not trying, I am ahead of the game because it ain't no game. Only game I play is chess. And it ain't no game when I play it because I be serious. I be about like developing my concentration, my critical thinking skills, my focus, and all that. Sometimes I play chess, I'd be asleep. I'd be like my adversary, my opponent be talking about, hey, Humam. Yeah, what's up? I still be playing the game. Well, I be tired sometimes, but I don't quit because there's no rest for the weary, as they say. In this war of divine essence, this war of a silent message that we are, I think, a couple of maybe generations or more behind the eight ball because they have taken control and we allowed them to keep that control because a lot of us have given up our soul and wanted to be like them in the way of materialism and their reality. And they become, they want to replicate and duplicate what they feel that they will vacate, leaving our side of the board, I would say, and going over there with the Europeans, the slayers of all humanity. In their insanity, they will have to pay humanity. Well, how's everybody doing otherwise? How your children doing? How your relationships doing? How you in the sky of reality and staying away from the lying falsehood? How are you growing? Is you growing in your divine manifestation in your temple in your mind? Are you doing or correcting your timeline? Are you on time? The things you do, are you in alignment with divine time in the age of Aquarius? So we can come out of the state of being delirious because our livelihood and our life is so very serious because the mad scientist is practicing annihilation of our nation. When I say that, I said with man, you just don't know how I'm really saying it because I can't say it like I want to say it right now because it ain't the time. All it's about is developing our minds and our spirits by divine decree right now. But the thing that they're doing, what I say is that they're planning our annihilation is by chemtrails in the air, GMO foods they make over there, the lead in the water that they just don't care about. You know, it's still up in Detroit having problems with the lead in the water and all that. So that's just three things I'm talking about. Then we can go into like the academics, the financial, the spirit. We can go into all aspects of there trying to uh, decapitate us, really. Yeah, take the head off, you know. So we be running around like a chicken with his head off. But it ain't no more of that because we are not mentally dead no more. We are growing up, our youth, our young geniuses, this, that. They got some under robot control through social engineering, but that's nearing a time of being over with right now in this 4 year window. I say people will say it's going to take time. What the heck do you think we've been going through? You don't think that's time? I'm 63, going on 63 revolutions around the sun. You don't think that's time? You don't think that's in development of my mind that I can't see or whatever? And how many more like me or I'm like them who born to? You know, without you, it would be no me. And I know if I'm spiritually free and I can see with a spiritual divine eye, I know it's a lot of other brothers and sisters the same way as I. And we just got to get our unification and alignment so we can deal with our dilemma in unification. Let me see if this is too hot for me. It's just right. Mm. You know what this is? This is green tea. Green tea with promulgate. I was gonna get some sage, but I say I had this last tea bag that I got from breakfast. Mm. And man, it's so good. It's just like that water right there, refreshing. Okay, let me make some sense so we can get some knowledge. No, we just got to be financially elevating ourselves, not in a competitive way, but in a cooperative way as we fight gentrification, all the miseducation of our black nation. And I'm not a racist, and oh, I ain't see my brother that's on there now. That's Brother Oskit Doskit. Oh, he probably he seen that I posted that thing about the chess game. He said, "Man, I know what he's saying." He said, "Man, I could have been there." But I humbly apologize, Oskidowski, the master digital worldwide master of the digital world. In my eyes, he can make a movie off a phone. I know that for sure. And then he got his own clothing line, VZP. He's doing this thing. He's doing this thing not as, let's say, competitive nature, but a cooperative nature. Individually, though, because he got his family, you know. But we got to grow like that in the essence of that. We got a journey now, a journey of learning, a journey of coming together as a people that can see that our unity is the key. One of the keys of the key to one of the secrets of the seven seals, and that's unity and how you feel. Not only that, we got to deal with other aspects of our life if we want to survive. We think things ain't gonna happen, or they're gonna get worse still. I'm telling you. But what? Steel sharp as steel. Mind finds divine minds to be in alignment with. And that's why I like my brother Oski Doski. I met him when he came in here from the black hole or somewhere. I don't know. But on a note, uh, a divine note, a divine note I would share with us, man, because we got to, where we find that essence of development, of divine uh, attachment and attachment to our ancestors on a pathway of divine perspective in African spirituality and aberration. Oh, bless me, because that was a sneeze, could have knocked me to my knees, and could have stopped my heart also. That's a medical report that I got from the Islamic brothers from the Hadith. It said that when you sneeze, your heart stops. That was a little bit of alkaline water. A brother was telling me the other day that glacier water is the best water because it's really the water coming from its source. I don't know where y'all lived in the world or United Snakes or hypocrisy or whatever, but I know when I was coming up, lived uptown and then in Rock Creek Park, you heard that record, doing it in the dark in Rock Creek Park, by Diamond Bird. But see, I was living right down the street from that. We used to go down in the Rock Creek Park, play football. We used to go through Rock Creek Park to go up to Sugartown and hit the apple trees. And don't tell nobody we should steal the bikes too. I apologize. But I was young then. I didn't know any better. I was like, what can I say? I'm being truthful though. So, like when we go up this hill in Rock Creek Park, before you go up the hill, there's a little thing to the side, a spring. You can see the hole in the ground, and you can see the water just coming up out of the ground, right? And going down. And this water was always like when it was real hot, that water was still cool, cold, coming up out of the ground, man. We should drink that water. But we ain't know that this is the perfect water. So you're saying the geisha water is just like that, and that's what we should be drinking. We said it's more better than the alkaline. Let me see, Karen, folks say the same thing about that alkaline water, And we did used to get our water from the dollar store and the geisha water. And I think I'm going back and stock up on that. And it's $1 too. Shoo. But anyway, our health got to be developed. Mental health, spiritual health, and physical health. All of that goes and play a part of the mystical art of our growth and development in this spiritual time, this divine time at the age of Aquarius. And that's what we got to get in our mind and maintain so we be in a black paradigm once again and overcome what they say is sin. Like they talking about the first sin, or we born in sin and all that. Come on, man. That's a hyena's grin that they be laughing at us, what they created and try to put it in on and etch it in our minds. But, we ain't going to deal with that deception no longer in this timeline. And we're going to be in alignment with the divine understanding of who we are and who they are. And then we're going to shine like that black star, a unique black star that they ain't even seen. See, they think that sun's shining like that, but that's a black star on the other side of time. On the other side of time, which is this time, is our time. It's all I'm saying. It's our time. We got to make it what it got to be in this reality here on the physical, on this, third dimension, fourth dimension. We got to take control of this so when we go into the next dimensional realm, we be ready. But we got to get our young warriors, our young youth to understand what's going on with them. Because I know they don't know what's going on because it's like what? Discombobulated. It means, they don't know their equilibrium is like unbalanced or imbalanced. So we got to find the balance to give to them so they can see for themselves. We can always say, I went to a thing the other day where it was a panel, right? People with different organizations talking about, we got the answers. Talking about what they do is great and fantastic. But I didn't see it was a group of young people came up, or one young dude, 17 years old. He got his own business. He just getting ready to have a child and this and that and all that, 17 years old. And he said, man, he's scared to come in the street and do his business because of what they're doing in the street. The other set up like from 17 on up to about 20 something or whatever, shooting guns and shooting people. You might get hit by a stray, but we don't do that. We pray a proactive prayer that will stop in our communities. And we will have a divine unity that will take place in the minds of our young warriors who are the protectors and guardians, really, of our community. So I seen just yesterday, right in front of my space here, right? I seen one car come down. I seen another car come out with it, and it was the jump out, pull the guy over. I don't know what for, but they jump out the car. They like the SWAT team, on the big old heavy bulletproof stuff, the big old guns and all that. You're gonna ask me how I'm doing. How you doing? I'm all right. I know you my natural enemy. You the slave catcher. See, but I ain't gonna be doing no criminal activity for you to mess with me. I know when you come at me, it's gonna be like with you, CIA, NSA, Mossad, Interpol, something like that. But I ain't even worried about y'all because I got the Creator and my ancestor on my side. I'm on that power side. I'm in that power side. That will keep me alive. I'm protected and I'm guided by it. And I'm on a mission by it. I'm a servant of the people by it. I'm an emissary by it. And I buy it. I brought it and I give myself up to it. That's who I am as a black man. But I'm black, like black magic, like Doctor Strange, like it's a powerful brother that studies Imhotep and Tahuti and Ma'at and Asar and Heru, my heroes. The reason I study those people and Lucy and the pygmy and the Twa is because it go beyond the timeline that they try to keep my mind in, our mind in. But we got to go beyond that. Don't you know the day they say St. Patrick? I think it is the day tomorrow. I don't even care when it is because it's another false holiday. They talking about St. Patrick got all the snakes out of the where was that? I'll just say England or somewhere over there. In Ireland, that's where they were there. They was in Ireland, right? But did you know, little short guys, they called the pig meat and the Twa that were over there before they got there, and they knew not magic, they know they was alchemists. You know what an alchemist is? Look it up. So they were us. They're the descendants of Lucy, You know who Lucy is. They say she go back 1,000,000 years and all the bloodline come from her, through us. And then everybody else come from that because we was the first and foremost on the planet. Back during the time of Pangea. You know what Pangea is? Look it up. Now, you know how everybody look at Google. Remember when I used to say stuff and I wasn't hip to it. I might say something to somebody that used a word or something. She said, huh? Especially one brother. He was like, oh, let me look that up. I said, what are you talking about? I'm going to Google it. And I wasn't hip to that stuff now. And then I started hearing everybody, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it. It's good that they use that Google because the information is pertinent, and especially when you can find out the truth and the reality, and I use it now, but I use it like, I say cardinal states. People say, what is cardinal states? Look it up, what is the Illuminati? Look it up, because people think that's ain't the reality. With the Vatican, the Queen of England, and those multi-trillionaires or whatever, billionaires, Rockefeller, DuPont, Melanin, and the Rothschilds that started it all off with their thievery. Yeah, I said it and I meant it. I'll say it again. You want me to sign a paper to it? A resume? I will. So what you gonna do? Assassinate my character, my personality, me, physically? I don't care what you might want to do. But if it ain't the time that my creator say, for my ancestors leave me alone and unprotected, I don't even care about what y'all do or say or try to do because I am not worried about it because I'm in the hand of my creator and my ancestors. And I know that for a fact. You know why? Because I'm still here and I'm talking like that. Talking like that in this because I ain't a miss. I know the truth. Well, let me get back to that green. What is it? Not the Green Hornet. But everybody's supposed to be wearing green because they got their dream distorted and their reality distorted because it's supposed to be St. Patrick's Day. Well, he's the one that's supposed to got all the snakes in the water. But the Imam Ali, he was talking about it in his lecture the other day. And he was saying the thing about it was like the ancient Kemetics or ancient Egypt that he called the snakes because of the python, on their helmets, right? But they didn't say that. They used it as a human. They used it as snakes, allegory of snakes, and said the same practice supposed to got all the snakes and led them to the water, off the mountain in the water. But the reality is that it was the Twab and the pygmy who taught over there. It was the Druze, the Druids, because they was dealing with the pygmies, and Twa they was alchemists, so they can deal with things in a mineral way and changes and all that. And the Druze said, God, oh, that's magic. And so they taught the Druze a few things, not a lot, a few things. And then so those people like St. Patrick's, the English or the Islanders or whatever you want to call them, they were empowered then, right? And they were saying, man, we don't want that happening over here. We want them to worship us in the Catholic Church. So we got to do something. And there was an up and coming guy they called Patrick. He said, Patrick, why don't you go take up and get them people out of here and do what you got to do? So they made it like he was blowing the horn or something like that. And the snakes was following and all that. And they went in the water and all that. But it wasn't like that. It was an army of them. They rounded up and they attacked the Druze and the pygmies or the Twa people and pushed them over the cliff in the water. That's the real story of them. That's why they call them St. Patrick, and that's why they want you to wear green every day. So the Europeans always playing with your mind and have you in a falsified time, and you don't realize it because they be lying. And that's why you can't practice their holidays. Because if you don't know what they're hollering about on those days, then you won't be amazed or you'll be caught up in their trickery and their deception. That's why you got to let go all the holidays and religion and find who you are. Now, if the Twa and the pygmy was here before them and after Lucy, and they come from us, and they already was dealing with alchemists and all that type of what other people call magic. See, when we deal with things that they can't understand or overstand because they ain't have nothing to stand on, and then they say, oh man, they practicing witchcraft, or they doing this and the voodoo and the juju and all that. But whatever we do when we done it, we didn't do it in a harmful way. They burned our women at the stake because they had herb and teas like this I'm drinking made from leaves that will heal you to make your sickness go away. But they didn't understand that because they came from the cave. And also, not only that, did they burn sisters at the stake, they burned a man at the stake. Because if the man took a stand and say, no, I'm an alchemist. I ain't practicing what you talking, that misconception that you stole from us. See, we starting at the pygmy and Twa coming from Lucy, and then we got to go back. I ain't gonna say doing the Watusi and the Zulu tribe, Watusi tribe and the Zulu, just a little humor. Them big tall brothers, ooh, chickadoodle man. Well, I've been to Tanzania with the other tall brothers, what's the brother's name? I forgot the name. So the Rolodex got to go back to that information. Swahili is the language. But, God, man, I tell you, it don't make no sense when you can't find a word that you're not looking for, that you have to have, that you're thinking for. And it always happened to me. But then after the Rolodex be spinning, then it come to me. But I did say something about the Watusi and the Zulu. And I can see them brothers in my mind, and they be jumping up, when they jump up, way up in the air, come down. It would be a group of them, all of them jumping, man. Woo, sugar nah, yeah. And I got them on the wall too. Ain't that something? But they some tall brothers too, and they stay in their culture. Right now in the modern days and time, they still got their culture attire, still carry their spears, might still go hunt a lion and all that, man. Because they not caught up in the modern day transition of the trickery and culture deculturalization of their nation, but they on their ancestral path by divine decree that they keep. And see, that's why I don't go to sleep as much as I used to, but I need to. I've been like sort of procrastinating on things I need to be done already. They already done, but they in my mind. But in my mind, ain't helping out in this realm, this physical realm. So I gotta get started on that and do it real quick, and get it done. And that's 2 books and some other stuff. I gotta get this brother to teach me this stuff about the ANC because he knows his stuff. And so that's the way I want to go when I observe. I observe my environment and surrounding all the time when I first get into it. Even when I was in college and all that. That's how I do things. Even in the community, whatever. I observe and know who's who, what's what, and all that. And that's what a warrior does, a spiritual warrior, especially when you get on that spiritual level, on the divine path. I was doing it already. That's when I was just, mentally and physically, this mentally free, but not having reached that spiritual plateau, the divine the plateau. That's when I was younger, but I still had that attitude or aptitude or ability to use my discernment, check out and scope and lay back and be silent. And I be looking at everybody and everything, how's everything moving, even the ants in the grass and the bees on the trees, on the leaves, and the squirrels and everything, the dogs, the cats. You know what? It ain't that many dogs in my neighborhood, a few cats, a few dogs, but it ain't like it used to be. What they doing is they killing them like they say the Chinese be feeding us that stuff. I don't know. Then they say the Chinese may be feeding us bodies or McDonald's might be doing it. Man, I'm telling you, we got to watch what we do, what we eat, what we say, and everything, because they'll try to slay us in one way or the other, or assassinate your character, or assassinate you. It depends on how enormous you get or how big you get. Not about selling your soul, but giving up truth and information about what's going on. And you can't have no fear. Baba Dick Gregory say, fear and God don't occupy the same space, never. So if I'm going to be the adversary of my enemy and dealing with my enemy in this silent war, then I have to be the one to be able to discern and learn who I am so I can learn who they are, so I can speak that truth into reality so we can start coming together, and especially our young warriors, man. We can't let them keep killing us all. We go all the way back to the Twa and the pig meat, and they tricked us. We go back to the Moors, the same thing they done, because we get too relaxed. We've been relaxed in this country for so long because a lot of it seemed like made it, got a lot of money. But those who got the money, they sell their souls. They boule, gatekeepers, and all that. People talk about Ofri and all these people. You see how they try to tear down her, try to tear down MJ, and the man is an ancestor man. Whatever, man. If he got proven innocent in their frauds and courts or whatever, then that should be no mystery. But he did. You know why? Because he still get visited, money from all the records that they play. Now they don't want to play his records. Residue income, residual income. I had to, Rolodex had to move around. And I'm still thinking about them people up there, them African brothers. I forgot what they call them, man. I ain't forgot this. It's in here because you never forget. The information is in there. You just got to bring it. And my Rolodex is, kind of slow because there's a lot of information in there. Man, what the heck is that? I ain't even gonna worry about that. I done talked about the Twa and the pig meeting. This supposed to be St. Patrick. Man, I don't cuss no more because I was going to say, man, but I'll say, and of course, St. Patrick's. The ham was St. Patrick, and Christmas, and Easter, and Halloween, and what? Didn't I say Easter? All them holidays. That's what I say about them. Don't deal with them. Don't practice them no more. You know why? Do you know why? Just like when Rosie Parks or the sister Covington didn't want to give up their seat. Covington was for Rosie Parks, but they didn't want to give her no credence because she was dark-skinned and she was pregnant and she was young. So they gave it to a mulatto or whatever, light-skinned, and whatever. But even though whoever it was, but it was done, and then like we can sit on the front of the bus, but we always go sit on the back of the bus, even now. You know why? The brother H.R. Rogers said that even though we got that and don't have to do that, we'll go cut something, a hole in the wall just to go to the back, because that's how they manipulate it and like stimulate it and should I say brainwash or through social engineering, got us still going on the path that they set up for us to go. And we be like that. You be like jackrabbits that's hopping right into where they want. You be like cattle. And then I'll give you an example of the cattle thing. The other day, about 2 weeks ago, it was that long. It was posted. They were selling some shoes, some tennis shoes. And the people stampeded like on the cowboy days or whatever, like cows, running over the fence and knocking people over just to buy some tennis shoes. And it was Jordan's again. I think he took the price down, but that's a clown move. This gatekeeper got people killed, man. This gatekeeper got, they say it's all about business and individuals do this and do that, but that's in a competitive nature. He even got, pipeline, not the pipeline, prison for profit. He part of that. He got percentage of that. They say, no, this is his money. He can do what he wants to do, just like Oprah. It's her money. She can do what she wants to do. But to try to take somebody down that is already underground, there was an icon in our spiritual and physical and monetary region. But she don't say nothing about them Europeans that they are known fact that they're pedophiles and rapists and homosexuals and all. She don't say nothing because she always smiling. They give her the money. They're their sponsors and all that. She's a Negro pin to the apex of the European type of mentality. I said it and I meant it. I don't care how many of y'all, back her or whatever. I don't. Y'all even try to tear down Bill Cosby. Who is Donnie Simpson? The man wasn't even in court yet. He was convicting the brother. That's why I don't like him, and I don't like the big nose dude either. What's his name? God, dog it. On HUR, but I don't like him either because any people that can't deal with their own situation and he gonna call and tell them this how you deal with it and they accept that bull crap, then man, boom, kata. And he's so arrogant with his disposition that the people that work for him don't even want to work for him. That's what was said. I don't know. He say, she say, or the news say, or whatever, but the news can be propaganda or fake news or whatever. But it's just my personal say. I deal with energy, divine energy. And my discernment come through that. I ain't never been around it, but the energy who is talking through his walk. That's how I be. I ain't perfect. I ain't gonna claim to be perfect. I'm a spiritual warrior, mystical warrior. And on that note, I'm still a human being. So in that human mind or human mind, I be sometime my tone, not sometime, a lot of time, the frequency, vibration, and energy be not in accord with my true nature. But I got to walk both lines, because I can't be lying to myself. I got to be the lion and the lamb at the same time. And I can't adhere to what I don't adhere to if it's by divine decree. In my mind, that's what it is. In my mind, with my diamond, gold, and all the minerals you find in my through my understanding, in my universe, because everything that's inside is outside, everything is up, is down. And I'm talking about sound knowledge, divine knowledge, of spiritual knowledge, of the ancestral knowledge that's in the annals, through the annals of time. That's in my mind now. So I don't care nothing about really on the physical plane, but I'm here. So I got to act like I'm sane. They say I'm crazy than a June bug. Oh, that's my friend named Junebug, and he crazy. No, he ain't that crazy. I got to give him what proactive prayers because he just had a stroke, and I mean that's my brother there. It's almost like we came out the cradle at the same time. What Chris Matthews Sami said, I want to be a friend. I want to befriend you. I like your conscious message. You got that, brother. I thought Chris Matthews, we didn't befriend him, but we'll do that today. And thank you for that comment there. I wanted to be conscious. I wanted to be spiritual on a divine audience, through a divine audience, a divine decree. That's where I be. And I want to see that. I want to think that. I want to feel that. I want to, evidently, I'm doing something to like motivate and stimulate on those lines that I say I be. So I don't be lying. See, but you don't know the other side of me is like, I got to deal with other situations on the human side. But that side, is like, it's below me, but it's not, because it is me, part of me, because I am physical. I'm the physical part, but the spiritual part is more profound than me. So I got to deal with both, but I don't want to deal with that. I want to be able to step through realms and dimensions. I want to be like Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange is us. Everything they show and everything, I mean, the movies and everything, just like Black Panther was great. It could have been better, could have been greater if they went with the other brother and, dealt with it that way, but they want to be in accord with I ain't going to say, the UN. The UN, just like now, they ain't doing nothing about the slavery that's occurring in Libya right now. Where's the UN? Where are the revolutionaries? Where are the Muslims? Where are anybody? And then just like, excuse me 1 second. Here go the kicker. Here go a kicker. I'm not making fun of no pun, right? But here go a kicker. What happened in New Zealand? What was the place called? Christchurch, New Zealand? Christchurch, New Zealand, where racist Christian, no, I ain't even gonna call him a Christian. I don't know what he was. But a racist went in there killing people, right? In Christchurch, New Zealand. Look at it. Plain and simple. Something is going on. Christchurch, New Zealand, where a guy going to a Muslim church a Muslim mass in and just kill people. And the people that's running around ain't doing nothing. And one, in the video that the dude had, said he was wearing it on his head, one guy ran right, he was shooting this way straight. And the guy ran right past him and didn't try to attack him. Then they had people that's in the corner, balled up in the corner, and he come in there just shooting, da, 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 da. Have the manhood of man left them, and they be so scared and fearful to live. Kenisa. And the people in Libya the same way. The Africans just letting them people slave them, take their women and rape them and take their body parts for sex rings and this and that. Where's your manhood, man? Shh. Or, or just like this. Just like this. You know, everything is laws, right? Fraudulent laws. Ain't slavery part of laws, 13 men and all that? Suppose somebody say that in this day in America, our land for real, is they say they're going to implement slavery again. Well, what the gatekeepers going to do then? They're going to say it's the law. It's going to be the law. What's the Negro Pens going to say? Oh my God, oh my God. What God would they be calling on? What holidays do they practice? Generation after generation. What lies do they tell their children or allowed to be told to their children? Christopher Columbus and Santa Claus and all that. There should be a clause in your life somewhere. And there should be a period in your life somewhere. The brother told me I shouldn't swear. Well, I ain't going to swear. I'm going to say, you better grow some hair on your head and make it an antenna. It's my antenna right here, and I got one in the where it's a clog back there, and I got another. My antenna. That's why I wear my hair like that, so that I can get the frequency and vibration that come from my creator. And I ain't doing this for the Illuminati. I'm doing this for the pyramid, the sign of the pyramid. And I do it, and I live it. I live in my ancient wisdom and my ancient mind and temple. And the divine essence that's in me, that's a blessing. It's by divine creed that I can see, not with physical eyes, but with spiritual eyes, with divine essence. And I don't care what nobody say about me. They can say I'm insane, crazy, and all that. Man, I'm part of all that because I've been through that to get to this point. I've done crazy things. I lived through crazy things, and I had to accept crazy things. But I'm here because of the blessings of my Lord, man. Could have died twice through medical whatever they say. Or I could have died in the infamous lifestyle that I was living. But I'm going on 63 revolutions. That's 22,300 and some days on this planet. Revolutions around the sun. And I'm still here. And you know what? When I walk in the street, I don't have a gun. I don't have a knife. I don't have none of that. You know what I got? I got divine aura. I got the divine aura of my Lord, of our Lord. And I got my ancestors from George, to Nat, to Malcolm, to Martin, to back to Imhotep. He ruled. And this is my protection. And if I'm dealing with the Bible and the Quran or whatever in the synagogue or whatever in the Buddhists or whatever in the Taoists or whatever in the Sheik or the Sheiks or whoever, that's my protection. Because it's a divine word, it's a divine essence that really truly is the blessing behind the word. The reality of it is, it's not man's word, it's a divine word from our ancestors, because we're the one who have the truth. They got the falsehood that they distorted and fragilized and got the truth from us, and then they changed it and talk about the sin, the first sin and all that. Man, I don't care nothing about what they say. I don't care nothing about the education system, because all they do is deal with Eurocentric indoctrination to have you perpetrate the system when you go through this system, and you talk about Greek fraternities when it should be Kemetic because they came and learned from us and stole from us, and you trust in them. You trust in a system of racism, a system that burns you, raped you, hung you, lynched you, pulls you apart, and don't want you to know nothing about your mystical art of everything, juju, voodoo, shaman, alchemist. They don't want you to know nothing about that. To tell you about a 666 is the Antichrist. No, it's not. The 666 is protons, neutrons, and electrons. The Christ is the light that's come from the divine insight, from the energy that they call God, Allah, Jah, whatever they want to call it. But I just follow it. I just live it in my mind. because I was given an opportunity to come into the divine essence. That's my blessing. That's all I have to give. I like some money and all that. It's there, the abundance. But my purpose is to speak the truth. To speak the truth so we'll stay aloof from the falsehood. Just like the guys who wear the hood. Them the doctors, lawyers, police, judges, and all that. And since this dude that's in the White House that they allowed in there through their racist depiction of the Constitution, Emancipation, and Proclamation ain't nothing that got to do with us because we was never slaves. We was always human beings. That they featured you and you accepted you should have been like the Seminoles or the Cherokee or the Maroons or the Haitians or the other brothers and sisters that they don't tell you nothing about that ain't part of the 12-year slave or the butler or none of that. They were revolutionary activists of the grassroots. And that's what I am. Revolutionary activists of the grassroots that ain't going to change, that's going to be maintaining my growth and development from a seed. From a seed. In my life, I always been, it ain't been no real struggle and strife. It been what I developed in my life and, how I just got into my environment. But in that, I was always in a way that somebody was teaching me something. I don't know if y'all know Baba Banshingo. He was a light-skinned brother. And I ran into him when he was on V Street early in the morning before he got started, man. He sat down, man. He talked to me. He planted seeds in me. I know some people like Kenneth McIntyre, my old school brother. I'm talking about old school or young school, whatever, because we was young and in the school, and they call it old school because we go back. But I know he know Larry Weaver. Larry Weaver was my first teacher beside my parents. This brother opened my eye to Black power, Black nationalism, and African culture ties. And even though he didn't say anything about the indigenous, but we was in both places around the world when Pangaea, y'all know what Pangaea is? Google it. That's when the whole world was just one body of land before whatever happened, ice or whatever, and tore it apart. But it say it's still here. There's got water over top of it, like Atlantis and all that type of stuff where we was powerful. And we still are powerful because everything that we had then we got now just in the temple. And it got to be activated through the melanin. That's why I say what I say, because it happened to me. So I know it's real. I'm just waiting for me to have some energetic power so I can throw it. Yeah, that's what I want. We seen movies. I'm down on Doctor Strange. And I dig Black Panther too, because they had some power, but they ain't used it like they're supposed to. But we got to take back the world. We can't compromise like they did. If you're going to tell the stories, tell it holistically and mystically, and don't have the CIA in it to be the hero. Then go to the UN. They're supposed to be the world police, though. And they ain't doing nothing about what's going on in Libya, though. Oh, over here in America, though. When the lynching be going on here and there, they lynch the brother, then they lynch the sister, they rape the sister in jail and all that, and they kill us and all that. It's the black law, Jim Crow law, Reconstruction, as they say. But it's redestruction, talking about taking America back to when it was great. When they was in power, it was never great. Don't tell me nothing about no Abraham Lincoln and none of this foolishness, Negro pens. I said it and I meant it. If you're a part of that, then to me, you're a Negro pen. I don't care how good you fight, how good you look, how good you smell. I'm taking my stand. All the way to heaven or hell. Because all of it is a creation in our minds that they try to keep us in a perpetual state of non-divine growth and development. They create God and the devil, Satan and all that, and put it on the canvas of our mind. But if we ain't got a divine context and go back to our people in the context of what we taught ourselves and where we come from ancient Kemet and the Twa and the pig meat, before they even thought about time. You think I'm lying? Google it up. They got stuff on that about that St. Patrick's Day on Facebook and all that. They tell you that the Twa and the pig meat was here 800,000 years before the thing of what they say, Jesus, and Jay didn't come out to the 15 or 1600, so they playing the game with that. Then in the 325 Nicene Council, they told lies about the Trinity. If you want to know about the Trinity, it got to be the Father, Son, and the Mother. Asar said in Hebrew, because it's about the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Where's the woman? That's why they got homosexuality that they know the most. Yeah, that's what they know. Because in the, what is it, the Vatican? That's what they practice. Pedophiles and liars, and then they pay you off to bribe you. Then they rape the nuns over there and they kill them or kill the babies, and then they mess with the boys. And again, they want to pay you off. They bribe you because they think money is everything. It does sound like I'm mad or something like that. No, man, I'm not mad at all. See, I stand tall, small as I am. I'm a pygmy, a Twa. I'm a 9'9", 765 pounds. You know why? Because I'm a warrior. And I live by the warrior's code. A divine warrior with mystical ties to my ancestors and the 24 elders, with the key to the city seals. I know they might get ready to cut me off because, you know, I've been talking too long. But I'm glad that, you know, today is a great day, great movement, a great movement of escalation of our nation, worldwide connections. And we deal with the elections. We play that game of politics, but we ain't no tricksters. We just getting in position to be part of the money, you know, when it comes or whatever. So we got to survive while they continue to tell their lies and try to drive us insane with their manipulations of the frequency and the harp and the control of the weather and our mind, because they tapping into the frequency, vibration, and energy to drive our young warriors into a state of being predators. But when they wake up, when our brothers know what's going on, they're gonna say, man, that's enough of that. They're gonna be saying, enough is enough. We gotta start killing each other. We gotta come to the table of brotherhood and love, because if the Crips and the Bloods can do it, we all can do it across the world. And that's all I'm gonna say for today. And I say that when you pray, have it a proactive prayer through our ancestors to our Creator. We've got to stop practicing their holidays. I better not see nobody out there in the green. You know what I'm gonna tell them? I'm gonna say, you don't know nothing about the pygmies or Twa. You don't even know nothing about Lucy, because you don't know nothing about yourself. Because you ain't trying to. You've been programmed. And not divinely designed, but you've been, let me see, non-divinely designed by a diabolical mind that's always trying to keep us out of the reality of our time. See, they don't even want us to go out in 2019. They don't want us to know that time existed before then. I was talking to a young brother down the library one time. We were talking about time and all that. Then I say, man, it was 2015, 2014, something like that. I said, man, we got to go beyond that. We got to go back 50,000 years. He said, 50,000 years? What you talking about? How we going to go down 55? You know, he didn't know that time existed. Our time existed way before they even had the thought of time, you know? And that's what we got to teach, the truth. Because if we don't teach the truth, we're going to be aloof from it. Aloof is just a word to say away from it. I just like using words sometimes, you know, because I'm a mystical griot and I'm a word master. Dude told me I wasn't even a poet because I don't know something. I ain't even going to get into that right now. Oh man, I'm going to call him a jerk. I'm going to call him a charlatan. I'm going to tell him a man not of his word, but I'm going to leave that alone because to me, he just a turd with no snake. But it's all right. I'm going to get over my complex in the time. You know, you got to heal. You got to heal. When somebody tell you and they give you your word, you know, and you looked up to them like, oh man, you're such a tall man. You're such a, oh man, me. Oh man, thank you so much. For 3 years, he said that. And all of a sudden, changed the tune. But it's cool. It is cool. You know why? Because I ain't go to their school. I went to the hallways of the school. I was in the hallways with my masters. That's right. I went to the library. Yeah. I was self-taught. That's why I can't be brought. And I ain't gonna never sell my soul, no matter what, because the truth gonna unfold. Because I'm a spiritual, divine entity of my ancestor and the creator. I don't practice their holidays, and when they talk about St. Patrick, man, I tell them to kiss my jazz, because I play funk and music all the time. Yeah, let me slow down. Okay, well, I got to get ready to go because I got another show I got to go to. No, today ain't Wednesday. I want to tell y'all I'll be on a radio light. Oh, that's my brother. I see that's my brother, Oski Doski, I think. I don't know, but anyway, like, any light vision, any light radio. It's going .com every Wednesday, third and fourth Wednesday. It might be every Wednesday. I don't know. But anyway, I'll be on that show. And the frequency is high vibrations of also dealing with the medical I say medical assassination, medical indoctrination from this nation to have you mentally enslaved to the mass, not emancipation, but a mass indoctrination of the medical pharmaceutical system that's ripping off the people. And you talk about drugs and social narcotics. The most deadliest drugs that there is come from the pharmaceutical agency, the drug medical industrial complex. It's like the prison industrial complex, like the educational industrial complex. It's all a complex to get you out of context with yourself. And so Wednesday, tune in. You can call in. Because the same thing I'm talking now, I'll be talking then. Along with Brother Jamal and Sister Karen Davis Folks. She'll be talking about what the medical genocide that's going on. And I'll be talking about the revolution of the divine. Carry on, that we got to carry on. And with that, I'm going to get ready to go, but I want to say, I want to say, Umbatu. I want to say, you do what you do when you bring our creator and our ancestors into your mind and your brain. So what you put in, it comes out. In words, action, and deed. If you put in divine energy in yourself, if you're eating good food, if you're thinking and reading good stuff and listening to great music, poetry, and all that, that's what's going to come out. But if you're looking and you're looking at stuff and you're listening to stuff and you're eating on bad food all the time, and it's going to come out in word, action, and deed. And also, you know, you're going to come out when you have to defecate. So, but we ain't talking about the defecate because it's all about defecation and not defecation. Like, we going to die someday when, but between now and then, we got to hold up that manpower, black power and peace, black peace and black love. And we got to share it, and we got to heal from it. So that's why we got to go back into our divine essence, back to the Twa and the pig meeting and Sister Lucy, from the beginning of the time when the Pangea was together. And we got to know these things and stop being submissive to their clever deception. And their holidays, every one of them, if you look at them and know what they're about, then you won't practice them and you won't pout. Because they keep teaching our children the first lie, from Christopher Columbus to Santa Claus. And I want to tell you this here. Only way we're going to get through this madness, oh, my brother Jahar Abraham, man, a shining star. But we got our differences. But I love the brother because he's my Muslim brother and he's a strong brother. But we only disagree to agree. Love you, brother. I'm glad to have you on this morning. And let me go. The only way we can defeat the things of gentrification, we got to do communal living. And another thing, we got to boycott, right? We got to do that worldwide, not only locally, nationally, but internationally, globally. We got to do what I got on my post on my page is hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. And I'm telling you to do this, and that showed unification. And also on the same token, we do that, hashtag Black People's Comedic Boycott, to align ourselves with Black-on-Black businesses and entrepreneurship in Africa and here, export, import. I don't care if it's in Australia, because you know they're getting some money, some billions of dollars for reparation, because you know what they did over in there. And they took the whole land from them and killed them off. They're like they try to do to us over here, but we was too strong. You know, the Seminoles, you know that story? The Seminoles and the other people that fought here, the Cherokees and all. Don't you know that was us? Us, I'm saying. They don't tell us that. They tell us about the nickel, the $5 Indians, Europeans, when they know they was giving away the land. I say, here, take this $5, because they already full of bribery. And they gave them the money, so they became Indians. So they got the land, and we didn't. And they, you know, continue to try to kill us off and all that. And then, but I'm just saying, in the power and the context of being that, we got to stay together and unify. I don't care how we think, as long as we live the truth and not the lie. That's what we got to be about. We got to go to our young warriors and make them think, make them ask their own selves the question, why? We can do all the programming and all that, but they might still be, I ain't gonna say they might, they're gonna still be pulling the trigger with a loaded gun, playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun. If we don't get them into their own mind and their heart, they gotta ask the question to themselves of why do I have to see my brother die, who was my neighbor? Man, he was real close. But he went on that side, and I went on this side. I'm on the 3rd floor, and he on the 1st. He had a thirst for money, and I had a thirst for money, but I liked his girl, and he liked my girl, and she was just the same girl. And she liked both of us. But it ain't no reason to kill, because there's so many other females look at just as good and do best to, you know, all the things that they're doing. The money, man, the money ain't even that great. The game is out of whack. The game ain't like it used to be. I remember when I was in the game, playing the game, basketball or football or boxing, bang, 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 bang. Man, it was $100 a quarter. I apologize. I shouldn't even said that. But it's also, you know, I ain't all good, and I ain't been all good. But I am good. And even excuse me, I sneezed. Could have knocked me to my knees because my heart stopped. But I'm still here. Thank you. But let me get off this thing, man. Like I'm on a telephone just talking, and I don't even talk a lot. I walk a lot. I got to start training. I got to start my workout. I got to work out, then I got to get on. It's supposed to be my day. I got to get a lot of things done. But with that, I already said, like Obante, without you, there's no me. I want to say salam alaikum to my brothers. I want to say shalom to my other brothers. I want to say Ashe Hotep. I want to say that to my brothers. I want to say that I love y'all because I love myself first and foremost. And I love my creator, my ancestors, you know, and everything else is not There ain't even no secondary. We all in a unit of oneness. And so with that, I'm going to say I got to do this roll call. Oh, I see my little niece on the got dog. Hey, Siobhan Bowman. You better watch out for her. She's going to be the next star. I'm telling you. And we got Ma El Hussein. We got Oski Doski. Yeah. I'm telling you, that brother right there, he getting ready to blow up. VZP is clothing line and then his mind. Oh, man. Can't wait to get on that space shuttle. Then we got Ernesto Natara. That was somebody new. Ernesto Natira. Thank you for joining. We got Chris, man. We're going to get together, Chris. And that's my little niece, man. Her whole family is on the one, man. I grew up with her father and her aunt. Man, we was in a village. I'm telling you, man. St. Stephen Church, 16th and Newton. I ran into the Black Panthers. I'm talking about the original, all of them from Harry P. Harry P. Newton, Elvis Cleaver, Angela Davis, all that, man. In my neighborhood, in our village, where I come from, the ingredients that make me me. I give that to Larry Weaver, man. Rashid, that's my brother. Chris Matthew, I said we're going to get together. Kenneth McIntyre, old schoolmate from elementary, junior high, and that was it. My brother Jahar Abraham, Salaam Alaikum, my brother. Great brother there, a warrior, a true warrior, no joke. I seen his work. But anyway, with that, we all got to work together in a unified effort. There's the powerful people that we always been, from the Twa and the Pygmy, from the genealogical line from Lucy. And I ain't lying. Bam! Look it up. Google it up. And with that, y'all, I'm going to go because, I can't go like I usually go and have to go. So I have to go another way. Get off of here. But I'm going to do that right now. It's always a pleasure for y'all to hear this sound. It's my truth that's from my ancestors and my creator. My third eye open. That's something we can talk about later. But that's a reality. Y'all might think it's a joke, but when the chakra centers, kundalini, and the pineal gland is activated by the melanin, you will see what I'm saying if it happened to you. And those that it happened to know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you. But anyway, y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you. I'll bump into you, walk into you, and not everybody, because I don't know where everybody at. I know a few people on here. We in the same community or whatever, but we got to unify in Black power, Black peace, and Black love. And we can't continue to die in our neighborhoods. We can't let the slave catchers or the Gestapo in our community to take us to the auction block, which is just a courtroom. And after they give us some time for committing the crime, so that's why we got to purify ourselves and stay away from crime. But if you happen to be one of those and you go through that process of the slave catchers or Gestapo catching you, taking you to the auction block in the courtroom, and you happen to lose the case that they have against you, they're going to take you to the plantation, which is the penitentiary. No, I don't know where it might be in the country now because they ain't got no place right here for our people that's incarcerated. They're trying to keep our halfway house for the people that are coming back. But we got to deal with that. The returning sentence and everybody that's Black. And with that, I'm gone. I know I didn't talk too much. Well, I may have. Another brother came in. That's Mikhail Ben Larry. But I'm going, man. Y'all got to do something. I got to do something. I love y'all, man. It's a revolution, evolution time. And we develop our mind in a divine way. With that, I'm gone for real this time. Oh, man, I'm so glad that y'all came on this, man. Man, y'all motivate and stimulate me, and that's what I do. But you motivate and stimulate me because I know what y'all do. And man, Jahar, Siobhan, Oski. I know what y'all do. The other people I don't really know, but I know y'all got that glow. But these people I know is powerful in their walk and their talk. So with that, I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I'm tired. See, it's like I was running up and down the court for all four quarters. We had the 1 yard line. They won't give me the ball, but I had a ball, man. Always, y'all be strong, man, and don't give up the fight. Like what Bob Marley said, don't give up the fight. And True Blues ain't no new news about True Blues ain't no new news about who's been abused. That's the quote of the last poets. Black man, my brother, what you gonna do that since you know what he's been doing to you? He hasn't changed his method. He still waves a violent fist. And as a man among man, you don't even exist. He kept you confused and treated you like an animal, something to be used. And your beautiful sister, who once was queen, took her from the degenerate soul to the fiend. While the great Honorable Mr. George Washington caught pneumonia in the slave course for raping your sister. Oh, that's something from Bama, George McCord, Get to All the Mind. So I'm going to let y'all go on that. And so y'all be soldiers, gods and goddess that we be, so we can stay and maintain our mental freedom and our spiritual freedom and our divine freedom as we develop an infrastructure to take over the globe and give it back to the matriarch queens. Peace. Man, damn. Let me get out. I don't know why he don't say nothing. You know what I'm talking about. He came on, he just wanted to see you on there. You know what I'm talking about. Call him a nigga thing. You can't explain to me, you can't explain them. I gotta find out masturbation. Let me see, masturbation. Google it. I gotta work out, I gotta get out. Do. Let me go. What time? 22. Still, I got to do that first. Yeah, let me do this. And I do that, then I get to working out, then I can get out. Boy, that was good. Good, good, good. choconate, bicone, and secona. Like, I gotta remember that. I got to remember the prompt that I had. It's 3, 4. Gotta clean up that too.
Excuse me. When do you see yourself putting it back together?
Probably the day or night. Who the hell is that? What they doing?
Hello?
Yes, this is Humam, and I got a message from you about the transcendental meditation at the Ark or something.
Um, no, what happened was you called me yesterday and that's where I was, so I had
Oh, I apologize, man. I missed it then. I missed it.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to bring you in on that. The reason why I missed the call was because I had my phone turned down.
Okay. I apologize then. That was my mistake. So that was this for all women or something?
No. It's about meditation. So I didn't even know that they were located at the Ark.
They do that when though?
So,
when do they do that? Or that was the only time?
No, yesterday was the 50th anniversary
of
right,
got this with it.
Meditation Center.
Yes, ma'am.
So they're located in LA, in New York, and here in DC.
Okay.
So their location in DC they're coming to the Ark. So they want, the goal is to address the violence and do that through meditation. And so they introducing it into the schools and reach like 10,000 people to teach them about meditation, and then to get some of those people trained. They send them to Africa, they send them to India to get this training on meditation. So it's
Okay, that's good. Maybe try to keep me abreast of that if you can. If you, I don't know when the next one or whatever, but if you in contact with them and you're going through with the process, try to keep me in the loop. That's one thing I need in my repertoire against whatever the system that's perpetrating this violence in our community and our psychic. So, and I'm at war with that because it's a silent war against us as a people. So part of my mission can be, that's a facet of that I need, probably meditation, that I ain't never got into like that. So if you don't mind, just keep me in the loop.
I will do that. So you called though yesterday.
I apologize. I didn't even know I did it. I must have accidentally did it or didn't know where that call came from. So I was calling back to see and all that. And I humbly apologize.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, I do know who I'm speaking to, sister. All right. Well, have a blessed day. Oh, I didn't know. I don't know how you got me. Let me see what I'm doing. I'm gotta do what I'm doing. Let me see. Binging out. I gotta see what message. What's the meaning of emancipation? Proclamation. Huh? What's the meaning of proclamation? Hmm. Wouldn't matter. Huh? Okay. Let me see what I'm gonna do now. I gotta go there and do that. What time is it? 8:32. Then I gotta work out. Go get this thing. Bank. Bank. Get that card. It's funny. Stop it. Like some crazy after night. I gotta remember what that is. Okay, now I can do this here real quick. Excuse me. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, and I say gonna. Yeah, that's what I said, and I meant what I said. That's some bull crap. The man said he wasn't worried about no blacks. He was worried about the system. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. The world is on. Go into this here. Hey. Yeah, boy, that's what I'm talking about. That guy Guna is some bullshit. They're coming down like that, going into that. This goes straight black. Guna guy, shit, nah. Yeah, my dog and my Guna say kaboom and shit. I'm doing D.O. Some new music. What the heck is this doing? You ain't doing it. Oh man, come on. Time for Amen. 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 Sing it over. Amen. Sing it a little louder. Amen. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Are you furloughed? No, I'm not. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Amen. Mm. You know what? I don't care no more. I am who I am. I was a giant of a man. I'm 9'6". Did you begin? No, I didn't. I ain't gonna work. Did you refuse work? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Akenesavonaka. Akanunakadi. Bulikali. Golegeleko. Nasa. I don't need no sugar. I ain't got nowhere to go right now. I'm gonna say I did this at the Staples. Staples. What's this? I don't even know what date it is. 10th, 11th. Say the 12th. Staples. 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 Stop. Woo! Clerk. Look it up. What's the weather like? Showers. Okay. Let me say that it'll start clearing doing by again. Okay, so I got all that. And uh, okay, so I got that done. That's out the way. Now, what I got to do? Get my book and read. I cannot see being the guy. Oh, so work out. This Kobe's on over in the strong right now. Let me see. What's more ones on here? Where we gonna go? They can hit it on the guy. 5 new ones in here. Where we gonna go? Hey. Might do both. I need some up tempos. Tempo. Try that. See.
Come on, run and have a real good time. Days are stopping once a boy. Now we're free.